The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. The oil spill in Oriental Mindoro has reached the island of Agutaya in Palawan. Estimates by the UP Marine Science Institute show that the oil spill may have also reached the island of Cuyo. The spillage is also seen to reach the northern part of Palawan by next week. Authorities fear that the spill may reach Boracay, 3,000 kilometers away from the province of Antique, which is also affected by the spillage. But experts say this possibility depends on the direction of the wind and waves. Meantime, authorities assure the public that they are doing what they can to contain the oil slick.
Yung oil naman, pag nag-spill na yun sa dagat, it will immediately start to undergo transformations, no? Yung mga lighter parts ng oil mag-evaporate, yung iba mag-degrade. So, with time, mawawala na rin siya, no? So, ang critical is to, habang nandyan yung spill, is to try to prevent it from reaching the coast kasi that's where it can inflict a lot of damage sa habitats.
Over 70 coastal barangays in Oriental Mindoro are now under state of calamity due to the oil spill from the sunken MT Princess Empress. 9 towns in the province are hard hit by the spillage, including Nauhan, Pola, Gloria, Pinamalayan, Bansud, Pungabong, Rojas, Mansalay, and Bulalakaw. The oil spill also reached Antique, prompting the town of Kaluya to declare a state of calamity as well. So far, fishing communities in 4 island barangays in Kaluya have been struggling with the oil spill. More stories coming your way after a quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. Senators have condemned the assassination of Negros Oriental Roel Degamo and other government officials. Senator Risa Ontiveros said an investigation should be carried out for these, quote, political killings. Degamo, who was shot dead inside his compound, is the latest victim in a spate of killings targeting local officials.
Unang mga buwan pa lang ng bagong administrasyon, mayroon ng 7 pagpatay at mga tangkang pagpaslang at karamihan ay ginagawa sa pampublikong lugar. Lubahang nakababahala rin ang mga pagpatay na ito dahil ang involved ay mga dating nasa uniformed service.
Meanwhile, Senator Joel Villanueva called on fellow lawmakers to intensify their individual security. Villanueva said he and at least 6 other senators underwent practice shooting over the weekend.
Security protocols, yes, not just here in the Senate but also whenever we go out. Lahat kami may mga advocacies about it is that we are all up for the job and we are all up for ensuring that we will do our part in rejecting itong so-called fear that these rascals are trying to inject.
In other news, one more person of interest in the hazing of John Matthew Salilig has voluntarily surrendered to the authorities. Police said that 22-year-old Lester Sus, or alias Biggie, gave his statement to the National Investigation Bureau on Monday. He denied involvement in the riots that led to Salilig's death. According to his lawyer, Attorney Fernando Perito, Biggie arrived at the venue of the incident but left shortly after, and that he had nothing to do with the actual initiation. The House of Representatives approved on third and final reading the resolution that calls for a constitutional convention to amend the 1987 Constitution. 301 lawmakers voted in favor of the resolution. 6 others voted against it, while 1 abstained from voting. As one of the authors of the resolution, House Speaker Martin Romualdez hopes to amend the economic provisions of the Constitution to allow more foreign investments to enter the country. However, Albay Representative Edsel Lagman warns that with CONCON, the amendments to the Constitution may go beyond the economic provisions.
Even if the joint resolution enjoins CONCON to amend only the economic provisions, this has no legal binding effect. Verily, the CONCON can amend the political provisions, including extension of term limits or changing term limits, which could be the abortive agenda for calling a CONCON.
2 other lawmakers also opposed moves to hold CONCON, saying that constitutional amendments will not solve crises such as poverty and inflation.
We do not need to delve into the costly and time-consuming task of amending the Constitution in order to foster economic growth. Instead, we should continue introducing new legislations and amending existing ones to address pressing economic issues, particularly if urgency is our main concern.
Madam Speaker, wala sa Chacha at CONCON ang solusyon. Ang totoo, binubuksan ng Chacha ang pinto sa mas marami pang konsumisyon.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The country's inflation eased but remains elevated at 8.6% in February. This is slightly lower than the 8.7% tallied in January. The Philippine Statistics Authority attributed the slight to slower price increases in the transport commodity group. Some drivers have returned to their usual routes on day 2 of the transport strike. They said they cannot afford to lose income for more than a day amid soaring prices of commodities. Transport Group Piston meanwhile said the strike will continue until government calls off the PUV modernization program. The local government of Quezon City has converted the Payatas Controlled Disposal Facility into an eco-friendly park for cyclists. The LGU said that it aims to give life to the PCDF and continuously improve it for the benefit of the local community. The park is expected to be opened later this year once the necessary inspections are finished. One News Now will be back at 5:30 p.m. I'm Angela Lagunsad. We are One News.